Hey friends, Jessica at Pretty Prints and Paper here. It's been a little bit, but I'm hoping to get more videos to you this year, and I'm starting with this one. It is my first impressions of this new line of journal covers from Michaels that looks like they're really getting into the planner game, and this is one of the ways that they're expanding. They've done a traveler's notebook cover before, but these are new, so I thought I'd give you my first impressions as an avid traveler's notebook cover user in the past. And I got these two because black and gold is my game, and so is this little squishy. I'll just move him to the side. But I got these two because they are different in very minute ways, but this is their Bible journaling cover, which is by American Crafts, and this is, they call it their Bible journaling because it comes with a Bible journal insert. So I'm gonna just take this off. Already I know that it is a really thin fake leather and it's not probably meant to last you a very long time. It comes at a price point of $15 US, so that makes sense as to why the elastic is also really thin and loose. It doesn't really snap back that much, if you can see that in the camera. So it just basically holds it together and closed, and you can see that it is thin enough where it will kind of crease in the ways that it's been held, so the way that it was packaged, and some single stitching around the edge. So this is the Hallelujah insert that comes with this particular notebook, and it has holes punched if you want to move it to a ring binder. But you know me, I'm not a lined pages girl, so I'm not going to hold on to this insert for too long. But you can already see it's a quad string, which means that you can fit 4 inserts in here. I'll show you that in a second. And then there's this pen loop, which is a really nice touch for an affordable first step notebook cover. And then the side has this bigger pocket and then a lot of these little pockets, and probably one for your ID. Honestly, as someone who has a lot of paper floating around or little post-it notes, I would rather this be more focused on this big pocket, but there's a lot of these little ones. So I don't think I would find this personally useful unless maybe I was putting in like stickers and washi tape, which I don't use that many pieces of. Maybe it'll be useful for you though. There's no pocket in the back. It's a flat back cover, but so there's these 4 strands, and I'll show you what that looks like with covers in it, because this is obviously more narrow than a lot of the sizes out there. It is about an A5-ish size, and these are May Designs notebooks, which are 8x6, 8x5, 8x5, some more of that A5 size. So you can see that it sits right in here. These are full notebooks, so we're going to see what the capacity of this journal cover is. These inserts I think are about 60 pages, or 60 sheets, so 120-ish pages. Here's a more flat moleskin insert. You can see it's already kind of stretching at the elastic there. But height-wise, it fits perfectly. Okay, so here it is fully loaded with 4 inserts. So it leans back this way. You shouldn't have too much of a problem using it to write on here. But so when it closes, it's about this thick, which really fills it out nicely. And then you can see the elastic is just to keep it closed. Doesn't really secure it or anything like that. But I think it looks really cute when there's a full set of notebooks in there. If you wanted it to just be 3, let's see what that looks like. If you don't want all 4. Respectable, I think. And then you have the pen loop, which if I put in a Faber-Castell, fits right in there. It doesn't stick out, which is nice. if you want to put like a Pilot G2 in there. That also fits nicely. So the fine liners and stuff tend to be smaller, so I think that will fit in there just fine, which is nice. So again, this is a great starter notebook. I don't know how it's going to hold up to tears and wear, but I think it's a great way to get started, especially with the 40% off coupon and all of the goodies that they have for it right now. Maybe you can add a dashboard or two, the plastic, you know, cover that has titles or whatever you want on it. So this is the main thing that I don't think I would find useful, but maybe you will. And the other one is this, and this is also $15, and it also feels much different because it is only a single strand, fits one notebook, and so the rest of the money then goes into the sturdiness of the rest of the cover. So already this is thicker than the gold one, and the elastic on this one is much thicker, and so you can see it actually pulls against me when I am using it. And on the inside, you can already see that it's only one strand, and these won't really do you any good. But there's a bigger pocket here, and these smaller ones, if you want to put in, you know, business cards or smaller cards for people who might use it as a wallet or little journaling cards. And then there's this back pocket that has another one of those, but with a bigger open pocket, which is great for people like me who like to fold up sheets of paper and tuck it in the back. And then, of course, another little pen loop. This one looks a little less sturdy than the other pen loop, but we'll see in a sec. It comes with this lined paper, so I'm not sure what you would do with that, but it just comes with some narrow lined paper. And if I put in one of my May Designs notebooks into it, sits right there. Okay, and if I close it, it goes kind of right up to the edge. So if I put that pen in here, you have to dig out the pen holder. See, it's kind of hidden in there. Ooh. I really have to dig for this. So, okay, this is already one of the cons, even though the structure and the design of the cover is so pretty. And this would drive me crazy, this part right here. And, yep, barely gets over the bottom edge of the Faber-Castell. So, striking out there. So alternatively, I could just lock the cap into the pen loop, but that is already a downside. So there's pros and cons of both of these. This one is undoubtedly going to be more durable. Like the thickness of this one versus this one is quite obvious when you feel it. They're very smooth. This is very pliable. So unless you have multiple notebooks in there, at least 3, I would say, it would be kind of tough. So this one, you can't fit more than 1 in there. I know that you might want to do that looping trick where you maybe add another elastic around this notebook and then slip another one in there, but unless they're more narrow size, the traditional traveler's notebook size, it will peek over. So this is again that A5 size, the 8x5, and you can only stick with 1 in this one. But they're both $15, and you can find them at Michael's in that new planner lineup. And for comparison, I'll just use like my Foxy notebook cover, for example. This is one of the customs and a quad strand, and you can already tell, like, first of all, it's real leather, so it's going to be much more money, but the big pockets, it's really thick, supple and pliable, but thick, right? And multiple big pockets. You can kind of use these as card holders, but not necessarily. And again, just, it's floppy, but you can tell that it is really sturdy, and it should be for what you're paying for it, right? And then they also had these ones that were, you know, thicker leather, smoother, so more plastic like on the front. No pockets on this one, but you can tell like the elastic, it's thick. You actually have to like pull it over and it will stay. So I highly recommend these. I think this one over this one if you want to do multiple, because the whole purpose for me in using a traveler's notebook is being able to put separation of categories of your life into one place. So having multiple notebooks in this one is what's going to be really, really useful. But I think if you want to give it a shot, these are affordable ways to do it, to gift it. They have many, many different designs and covers that are stocked right now at Michael's. So if you run along and grab them, let me know what you think. Otherwise, if you have questions and thoughts about your own experiences with these, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to get to those. Let me know what other things that you're interested in hearing my thoughts about. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or share. But otherwise, I just hope that you enjoy it. I'll see you next time.